resident, who perhaps only needs to find her long-lost daughter to give everyone some peace. So haunt me.
So have you decided? What are you going to call the baby?
Mrs. Feldman, I'm watching TV.
Sam's a nice name.
Mrs. Feldman.
Yetta's nice too.
Pete doesn't want to talk about it.
He didn't say he couldn't listen.
There you go. Cheers, mate.
Well, this is a bit of a treat, isn't it?
And it isn't even my birthday. I really like Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur. It's a festival, and they don't eat in Jewish homes because
So
there's...
what? We're not Jewish.
It's too early. Keep your voice down. Bacon. I've missed these.
Suppose if we had a Hare Krishna ghost, we'd all be shaving our heads and banging our tambourines.
Tammy, you've got to respect other people's beliefs, especially when they keep turning your cooker off. Anyway, it won't be for much longer.
Why are we leaving? You got a job?
No, but we've nearly found
Pete!
Carol.
Tammy, take Oliver Twist to school. You can walk from here.
Finished.
That's your third.
He's a growing lad.
Our guy says I don't really have to fast till my bar mitzvah. What are you eating, Mum?
I'm, just not very hungry. Remember, you're at Andrew's after school.
I've got art club, so I might be a bit late for tea. That's if we're allowed tea.
Ah, well, if it's after sunset, you're okay, because Jewish festivals end at sunset, so...
Please.
Love to Darren.
Mum! Come on, dwarf.
Don't you fancy anything?
Only you.
Well, at least I won't have to worry about getting you into trouble now.
Pete, cheer up. It'll be all right. Come on, you can help me do some shopping.
Shopping! I feel better already. Expecting a call from Bob at the agency. Asked him to check out Carol with an E, the single.
That's why you bought an answer phone, remember, for your work.
If I could only get one major contract.
We could eat out like this every day. Thank you.
Cheers. Come again.
Same time next Yom Kippur. Reserve us a table for 5.
Over Yetta Feldman's dead body.
Go ahead, it's all right. Eat, eat. I'm not that orthodox. Oi, where are they? Talking, maybe. He's worried about the baby, Hemingway. They all worry. My poor mother had 6 children. My father loved all of us the same. I was his favorite. Well, it won't be for me. So impatient. Maybe they had a fatal accident, or worse. Oi! It's a minefield out there.
Hello? I know you're there.
Do you?
Having breakfast, eh?
Today, would I?
Well, I've got some news for you.
Have you?
You ready? I found Carol with an E.
Carol! Oh, my God!
It's by Jack Dorr and the Sparrows, 1972.
That's the hooligan who carried her away.
And it was published by Abbey Music.
You really do know everything.
In...
Hey, this is Bob.
Give him a ring on 081 748 0135. Ask for Mr. Frobisher. Bye.
Thank you. It's a sign. Today of all days. Oi, Sally, someone up there spoke to me. He talked about my Carol and the song. He knew the song.
Come in, Mrs. Feldman, your time's up.
It's called an answering machine, Mrs. Feldman. Pete bought it for his work.
You mean it wasn't...
The principle's the same. Good old Bob. Stop packing, Mrs. Feldman. Here she goes, here she goes, here she goes.
Well, he's not going to use a burning bush in Willesden.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Mrs. Collins.
It's a good film.
Oh, I've seen it.
Go on.
No, Darren. I thought you got off with Sophie.
Mitch?
See you tomorrow, Darren.
See ya.
You're hurting my arm.
Break your neck in a second. It wasn't Darren who got off with Sophie, it was Jason.
Oh,
I like Wayne now.
does Wayne like you?
We've got a detention together tomorrow.
Can he cut off with someone in detention?
Shh, you don't know about the detention yet.
Oy vey.
So my Carol said, just what I wanted. What is it? And we laughed. I must tell Peter that story. He'll love it.
Okay, thanks for your help. Cheers, bye. Damn. Zilch. How am I supposed to find Carol with an E when I can't even find Jack Daw? Hi, kids. What's new?
Tammy's got a detention.
Your hamster is history. You didn't set fire to Mr. Trevelyan again.
I sang in the music lesson.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, well, not like Madonna with 2 plastic cups.
Is Helen Shapiro still a big star?
Well, the odd detention's character forming. Look at me. Eat.
What is it?
Read it out. I can't see too clearly.
Oh, Tammy, it's your 3rd detention this term.
Oi, did you know? I certainly didn't. She tells us nothing.
Mum, I didn't like to bother you. I was shielding you, really.
Oh, we appreciate that.
What were they for?
Well, you know, talking, the usual. Oh, come on, it's not like I've been smoking or stealing or letting the boys do what Eileen Mills does.
What does she let them do?
Biology. Tammy, I'm very disappointed.
Isn't that what children are for?
It's only a bit of a laugh, I'm so...
You can't get a GCSE in laughs. This isn't exactly great for your future.
You must have had a lot of detentions then.
Tammy, that's out of order.
Right, you're grounded.
Great, for how long?
The next 5 weekends?
Pete.
Pete, isn't that a bit excessive? Maybe a stiff talking to. I've always found...
Stay out of this, Mommy dearest. She doesn't need you to stick up for her.
What? Was Dedlow standing up for me? Hey, thank you, ghosty, whatever you are.
Permanent bloody fixture, judging by today's efforts.
Well, just get off me, because Tammy and...
I'm going to ground.
The phone's grounded too.
That is not discipline, that's masochism.
Sadism.
Whatever. Anyway, I'm allowed 1 phone call to Amnesty International.
Make that 6 weekends. 7. Your entire adolescence.
Will you calm down?
Children, a lifetime of pain and suffering. You give birth to them, then you could die from them.
Oh, Belltop. Sally, we need to talk.
David, finish your food. Eat.
Families. Nothing but trouble. You hear what I'm saying, David?
So what can you do, Auntie Etta?
And you want to have another one of those?
No. Yes. Oh, Pete, you know the teenage years aren't easy.
And there's so many of them.
This is hard on Tammy, too. Children need security.
That's why we're locking her up. Sally, 3 kids?
Well, you wanted one of each. Anyway, it's months away yet, and by then you'll have loads of work.
She's got to go! She's got to go!
Tammy?
Mrs. Feldman. I should have been thinking of names for a man's roll-on deodorant, not talking on the bloody phone all day. And nobody in the place has heard of Jack Daw and his sodding sparrows. That was Davies, wasn't it?
Tammy's. Fell off the back of a toy commercial.
Remember these? Behind the couch at the children's parties. Where's Mr. Silly? He's giving Mrs. Policewoman a jolly
Thank
good run.
you.
Look.
Tammy's first proper doll. They used to be inseparable.
And that was before she discovered British Telecom. Don't you think by dragging me down here you can soften me up?
Some dragging. I left skid marks on the lawn.
Daddy, Tammy's on the phone.
I'll swing for that girl.
It's for you. A man called Jackson Dawlish.
Jackson Dawlish.
Jack Daw.
At times like this, a guy needs Pit Stop, the roll-on deodorant for...
So tell me, was it him? Tell me!
Where is she? Hold your horses. Someone at the music publishers remembered Jack Daw and called him. Now, he never made it as a pop star.
Big surprise.
But he stayed in the business. He's a big A&R man now.
A&R was his accountant and...
He finds artists. It's very important.
The Hooligans' a success? This I don't believe.
But we don't know if he's still with your daughter.
He better not be. Oh, if only he is. You didn't ask? A big question, he doesn't even
It's
ask.
not the sort of thing you do ask. We've got to go very carefully on this. I told him I was making a documentary on failed pop singers who've risen again.
He lies on Yom Kippur. It's one sin after another with this man.
We're meeting him tomorrow at 3 in his office.
I'm not sure I can make it.
Me and Sally.
Me?
Sally, you're better at this than I am. You used to be a social worker.
Oh, sure. They're forever having to tell blokes their old girlfriend's mums are ghosts. They run courses on it.
Great. So I told him I was bringing my PA.
What?
Mum, I've got to phone Louise. It's a matter of life or death.
Is it about work?
Work? No, Wayne.
Who's Wayne? Is he the one that got off with Sophie?
Tammy, you heard what I said. No phone.
Mrs. Feldman isn't around, is she?
She's over there, why?
Just wondered how she was keeping. Wayne wants to be a doctor.
Maybe a little phone call. It is Wayne after all.
Pete?
No. I said no, Sally. 5 minutes.
Daughters. I wonder if Carol still has my looks.
Roll on tomorrow. Hey, that's a better name. Roll on tomorrow.
Roakby Enterprises to see you.
Bring 'em in, doll.
Mr. Dawlish?
That's me. Call me Jack. Sorry, I forget it's on sometimes.
Peter Roakby, and this is Sally, my PA.
Hello, Sally. How are you?
Hi, Jack. Hi, Jack.
Yeah. So, you're making a documentary? Well, I was gobsmacked when you found me. That's why I'm seeing you.
The movie's really about successful pop stars who've fallen on hard times, but Sally thought it'd be a good idea to find a failure who'd ended up on top.
So, it was your idea?
Was it? Was it ever?
Well, I like it. So what do you want to know?
Who did you marry?
What?
Sally, just tell us how you got to be where you are today.
Well, it's a long story. Who's taking notes? And then I discovered the phlegm. Well, it wasn't difficult because there they were, right under my nose. Gotcha. Not going too fast for you, are we, Sally?
No, this is terrific stuff. Ace. The Biz. Wicked. Your wife must hardly have seen you.
Oh, Mrs. D's been with me all the way, bless her. Now, where was I?
The snot.
The mucus.
The phlegm.
The phlegm.
And that's how I came to be here. Quite a story, eh? Anyway, I've kept you much longer than I should have done, eh, Sonny?
No, it was great, wasn't it, Sal?
Hot stuff. But cool as well as hot. Now, any chance of getting the wife's point of view? What was her name again?
Sorry, Sal, she hates the limelight.
Sorry to butt in. You've got Larry in the land that's sick.
Okay, doll. That was Carol, my old lady.
Carol! Carol with an E? Yes. Like his awful song.
Carol.
Oh, it was Jackie.
Well, we were young.
Fair. She's got the same look. Same as who?
Sally.
Oh, nothing. Oh, Pete, let's just tell them the truth.
The truth could get us certified.
Truth? What's going on here?
Please, sit down, Mrs. Dawlish. Pete's not a filmmaker. Oh.
Well, I've made a few commercials. I run a small advertising business. Well, it's just me, actually. It's hard, but we're managing. Well, you know what it's like trying to run a business.
You're doing really
I'm doing
well.
really well.
You're doing really well.
All right.